bienvenidos. So today is going to be a really exciting video. I know it has taken me a while to do it, but I'm finally here and I'm going to do it, and I think it is super fun, and I want to start making these challenges type of videos for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy them. So today I'm going to be doing the Instagram versus real life makeup. So I'm going to be doing half of my face how I would do it in Instagram or for YouTube, and then the other half of my face is going to be like how I would do my everyday makeup. And I think this is going to be really exciting. I have all my products right here and I can't wait to jump in. Please remember to subscribe to my channel. We are in 220 and I'm so excited. I can't wait to keep on growing with you guys by my side. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell so you guys are always the first ones to know when I upload a video. And also follow me in my different social medias. Like I said, I'm going to always keep you guys updated in my social medias. So go ahead and check them out, see if you like them. So yeah, if you guys want to see this Instagram versus real life challenge, then just keep on watching. Alright, so I got all my makeup right here, right in front of me. By the way, don't mind my poop hair, that's how I call it, because it looks like a dump. I really didn't want to do my hair today, and my nails, like always, I don't have my nails on. I never have the time, so I just gave up on that. I go ahead and buy press-ons from now on, and at least I have pretty nails when I film. So yeah, but I'm really excited to get this video started. So my right side, your left, I'm going to be using the Instagram side, and then for my left side, your right side, I'm going to be using like the everyday makeup. So obviously I always start with my eyebrows, like the first thing I do, no matter if it's for Instagram, no matter if it's for real life. Alright, so we're back. As you can see, I already did my eyebrows. One is definitely bolder and thicker than the other one. After I fill them in, obviously differently, as you can see, I always go in with some foundation and clean them up, no matter if it's, like I said, for Instagram or for the real life one. Alright, so after we've done that, you guys know there's an order here. I work with my eyebrows, I work with my eyes, and then I work with my face. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead with the NYX eyeshadow base. This has quickly become one of my favorites. So right now it's going to be funny because I'm going to be doing my eyes and then I'm going to be doing my face in this area, but then in this side I'm going to be doing my face and then I'm going to be doing my eyes. So as you can see, there's like a huge difference between both sides already. Instagram side, obviously, I go with the Morphe 35R palette. You know I'm obsessed with this. I recently played with it in one of my recent tutorials, so go ahead and check it out. And I'm just going to use this baby today. Obviously, I'm going to go for something more dramatic because it's a, you know, it's the bold side. So, like always, I'm going to go ahead and start with this yellow shade right here. It's like a really like sharp yellow, and I'm just going to go ahead with any just fluffy brush. I'm going to go ahead and use this color right here, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my crease. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this color right here, and I'm going to be applying that also in my crease. So now I'm going to grab this shade right here, and I'm going to be applying it more precisely because I am doing a cut crease in this eye. And I'm going to go ahead and use a tiny brush. This is the E35. It's so tiny. Alright, so now that we've got that going, I'm going to go ahead and cut the crease. I'm going to use some concealer to cut the crease. Now that that's that's dry, I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade right here. This is like a champagne type of color, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. Alright, so for wing liner, I'm going to use a NYX liquid liner in black. One of my favorites, of course. And I'm going to do kind of a dramatic wing right now. Let's see if this works out. So that is how the cut crease came out. I'm sorry about the liner. I know it looks a little crooked, but that's the best I could do today. Alright, so now to finish the eye, I'm just going to go ahead and apply the eyelashes because there's no point in me just waiting for the end. So go ahead and pop these Ardell Natural lashes on. So I'm going to go ahead and prime the right side of my face. I'm going to be using the Hangover primer. This is really hydrating, and with the foundation I'm going to be using, I really need some really good intense hydration. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this just in this area, obviously. Now for the other half of my face, even though sometimes I also use this moisturizer, I like using the Wet n Wild, like for let's say for real life on a daily basis, because it's inexpensive and I don't mind if I run out of this one. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and to be honest, sometimes I feel this could be a dupe for that one. I mean, I'm not sure because I've never tested it, but they do feel the same way in the skin, like they feel really hydrating. So if you guys are interested in me just finding dupes and stuff about certain products, definitely let me know. So now I like to go ahead with this sample, and I like to apply this just a little bit in these problem areas, especially because I have like large pores. I'm not sure if you guys see that I have a little bit of redness right here. So I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild corrector. This is my first time using it. Actually, I'm using to see if it really works out. I can't wait to try this product out. It's a little sponge, and this is the product. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the same sponge. That is how it looks. I mean, it feels pretty good in the skin, and I feel that, like I said, a little product goes a long way. So the foundation I'm going to be using in this side of my face is going to be the MAC Sudafix Fluid in NC20. This one right here. This is really thick. It is full coverage and it lasts all day. So when I'm going like for a really glamorous look, this is the foundation I use. And you only need to use like a little because, especially because we're doing just half of our face. And by the way, I also oh my god. And by the way, quick note, I'm here in Hawaii, so I'm going a lot to the beach, so I'm so sorry if like my foundations, I need to buy new foundations, period, because I'm finding really hard to color match because none of them match me. So I have to definitely buy new foundations and get color matched again, because I got a lot darker than I was when I was in California. Let's go ahead and work with the other half of my face. I imagine you guys have to know I'm going to be using the Dream Cushion foundation. You know, this is like one of my favorite drugstore foundations at the moment. Well, so I'm going to go ahead and use this for my real side of my face. I like this foundation like for real life because it is like lightweight, but you can build it up to like medium coverage, and it's also so hydrating on the skin. I don't feel it dries me out at all. That is how the foundation is looking. Kind of the color is really similar actually. So Alright, so now let's move on to the next product. So for this side of my face, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D concealer when I have really dark, intense dark circles and I want to be extra glamorous. Obviously, I like to go in with this heavy duty concealer. This is really thick and it really does a good job covering everything. And on this side of my face, I'm going to be using this Rimmel London concealer. In real life, I use this one, or I use the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, or sometimes I don't even use any at all, but because today I have really dark circles, I'm going to go ahead and use concealer today. Alright, so for the other side, I'm going to go ahead and use the Rimmel one. So to set this side of my face, I'm going to go ahead and use the Laura Mercier translucent powder. And then for this eye, I'm going to go ahead with the MAC NC20 powder, and I'm just going to set that lightly. So I wanted to add that I don't set my face, I don't know, because my skin is more on the drier side, so I really stay away from trying to make my skin dry. So what I usually just set the under eye, and that's basically all I set. Alright, so for my eyes in this area, I really go for something neutral most of the time, something in my crease and something in my lid. That's it. The color right there is super stunning. It's so beautiful. It's like a kind of, it has like a little bit of shimmer in it, but it's okay. And apply that in my crease. Just really lightly. Like I said, I always go for something that's more on the natural side. Now I'm going to take this yellow shade right here, and I'm going to go ahead and pack that all over my lid. So now I'm going to go ahead and use some mascara. I'm going to be using the Born This Way mascara. And in my lower lash line, I like to go in with a little color, not that much. I'm going to take this color right here. This is a dark brown color. On this eye, I'm going to go ahead and apply this black L'Oreal black liner in my waterline. And I am going to smudge it a little bit downwards. I'm basically going to run the same colors I did in my crease, but I'm going to run them right here. So for this side of my face, I'm going to be using the Shade and Light palette, this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and contour with my Morphe M523. And I'm going to go ahead and take a mixture of 3 colors and dust it off. For this side of my face, I usually don't contour. I just do a little bronzing just to add some color to my face. Today I'm going to be using the Makeup Forever Sculpting Duo. It's well loved. It's like practically in pieces. And I'm going to be using this just to bronze up my face. So now for blush, for this side I'm going to be using my Morphe N6 N9 palette. It's this one right here, and I'm going to take a mixture of these 2 shades right here. So for this side of my face, I'm going to be using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. Is this one right here. Beautiful. It's one of my favorites. And I just apply just a little bit, not that much obviously, because you know how it is. And I don't bring it that close to I keep it a little bit back. Right here it's a little bit inward. Right here it's like more outward. Alright, so for highlight on this side, obviously I'm going to use my current favorite, the Nicole Guerrero palette. So I'm going to be using Forever Lit and Daydream together. That's going to be bomb.com. Now for my real side, I'm going to go ahead with this Milani Moon Glow in Strobe Light, and it's so stunning. It is so beautiful. Alright, so for the bold side of my face, I'm going to go ahead with a really bold lip, and I'm going to overline a little bit. I'm going to be using this kit I received in my FabFitFun Spring Box. And for my everyday real side, I'm gonna go ahead with this lipstick. This is like my obsession. It is manacadar lipstick. I received it, I think it was in one of my FabFitFun boxes. And to finish everything off, we're gonna set it with a Make It Last setting spray from Milani. Alright, so there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me tell you, this is really surprising. Like, I can't believe the difference. Like, it's huge between the both. It's a huge difference. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want me to do more challenges, please let me know down below and I'll probably do that for you guys. Los veo la próxima. Adiós.